Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news in the NFL. Rumors and whispers sometimes turn into reality faster than we expect, especially when it involves a team like the Chicago Bears, who are always looking to build a stronger, more competitive roster. Right now, one of the hottest topics swirling around the league, and more specifically around the Bears' front office, is a potential blockbuster trade involving Lane Johnson, the veteran right tackle from the Philadelphia Eagles. And let me tell you, this isn't just some idle speculation. There's real momentum behind it. And as Bears fans, you should be paying close attention because it could have massive implications for our team's future. Sources close to the league, including respected insider Adam Schefter, are murmuring that the Eagles, sitting at a solid 10-4 with a cap hit of about $12 million for 2026, are considering trading Lane Johnson. The Eagles are in a tight spot cap-wise, especially with the need to extend Jalen Hurts and shore up a secondary that's been struggling on defense, with their PFF coverage grade sitting around 63.5. The idea here is that the Eagles could be willing to ship Johnson, a Pro Bowl caliber right tackle, in exchange for a second-round pick plus a promising linebacker prospect. This move would free up around $16 million in cap space, allowing them more flexibility to address their roster needs as they push toward the playoffs and beyond. Now, for the Bears, this potential trade isn't just about acquiring a talented offensive lineman. It's about transforming our offensive line into a fortress, a real anchor that can protect Justin Fields and give him the time he needs to make plays downfield. Lane Johnson, at 35 years old, is still playing at an elite level. His pass blocking grade from PFF in 2025 is an eye-popping 90.5, one of the best among offensive tackles in the league. He's a physical beast in the run game with an 87.2 run block grade, and he's only allowed 1 sack in 14 games this season, with a pressure rate of just 3.2% according to NFL.com. That's the kind of consistency and elite level of protection that can elevate any offense, especially one like ours that's on the cusp of a breakout. Johnson's career is decorated with 2 All-Pro selections and 6 Pro Bowls, and he's a player who's been instrumental in some of the Eagles' most successful seasons, including that Super Bowl run. Although he's limited by a knee injury, which has kept him out of 14 games this season, he's still a dominant presence when healthy. His ability to anchor the line, combined with his athleticism, makes him reminiscent of Jason Peters in his prime, a player who can move seamlessly, hold the edge, and make a difference in both pass protection and run blocking. Now, why would the Bears pull the trigger on this? Well, let's look at our current situation. Our offensive line, while improving, still faces challenges. Darnell Wright has shown flashes of being a franchise cornerstone, but his grade of 72.8 indicates there's room for improvement. Bringing in Johnson with his 95 grade could dramatically elevate our pass protection, boosting Caleb Williams, or whoever our QB is, confidence and pocket stability. It's about creating a more consistent and reliable line that can sustain drives, reduce turnovers, and give our offense the push it needs to become a top-tier unit. Adding Johnson would also help us in the run game. His presence on the right side could turn our rushing attack into a nightmare for defenses. With his elite blocking, our running backs could see a significant uptick in yards per carry, and the offensive line as a whole would become a more cohesive unit. This is especially crucial when facing tough NFC North defenses, like the Lions, who are known for their physicality and stout front seven. Having an anchor like Johnson could be the difference maker in those cold-weather battles that playoff teams thrive on. Furthermore, the potential move also aligns with the Bears' broader strategy of building a strong, balanced team. We've seen the importance of bolstering the trenches in recent seasons. Look at the success of teams like the 49ers or the Eagles themselves. When you dominate the line of scrimmage, everything else falls into place. You get better protection for your quarterback, more effective runs, and a defense that can stay rested and fresh because your offense keeps the chains moving. And with the Bears currently at a 9-4 record, on the brink of clinching a playoff spot, adding an elite tackle like Lane Johnson could be the final piece to push us over the edge and contend for a deep playoff run. But of course, it's not just about bolstering the offensive line. This potential trade could send shockwaves through the NFC North. The Lions, who have been aggressive in building their roster, might see this as a warning sign that the Bears are serious about competing now, not just in the long term. The Packers and Vikings are also watching closely, knowing that if the Bears shore up their offensive line and draft well in the upcoming offseason, they could be the team to beat in the division for years to come. It's about making a statement right now, about asserting our presence and letting everyone know that the Bears are back in the conversation as serious contenders. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFL is a league of strategies, cap management, and timing. The Eagles, with their Super Bowl window still open, might be willing to part with Johnson if it means acquiring draft capital and a linebacker who can develop into a future starter. For the Bears, this is a chance to grab a proven veteran who can immediately improve our offensive line and help develop our young quarterback, while also sending a message to the league that we are not just building for the future, we're competing now. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, it could set the tone for the rest of the offseason. The Bears might look to further bolster their trenches in the draft, targeting offensive linemen and defensive front seven players to complement the new weapon on the right side. It could also energize our fan base, giving us even more confidence that the front office is making moves to turn the franchise around. The atmosphere at Soldier Field would be electric, with fans rallying behind this bold move, knowing that it's part of a larger plan to bring the glory days back and make the Super Bowl a real possibility again. And let's not forget the emotional aspect. Lane Johnson is a proven leader, a player who has battled through injuries and still performs at an elite level. Bringing him into the Bears' locker room could inspire our young offensive linemen and bring a veteran presence that's sorely needed as we push for the playoffs. His experience and leadership could be invaluable, especially when we face the tough teams down the stretch, where every play counts. In terms of the timetable, if such a trade were to happen, it might be finalized in the upcoming weeks, possibly during the draft or right before the start of free agency. The Bears have the assets and cap space to make a move, and with the right negotiations, this could be one of those trades that define a franchise's direction for years to come. Imagine a line anchored by Lane Johnson, protecting Caleb Williams or Justin Fields. That's a recipe for success, especially in the cold, tough NFC North battles. In conclusion, this potential trade involving Lane Johnson could be a game-changer for the Chicago Bears. It's a bold move that signals the team's intention to contend now, to build a team that can dominate the trenches, and to make a statement in the NFC North. The move could elevate our offensive line to new heights, improve our chances in the playoffs, and set the stage for a new era of Bears football. It's exciting to think about the possibilities, a line with Johnson, Wright, and our young talent, ready to take on any challenge the league throws our way. The road to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with moves like this, the Bears could be on the verge of something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Lane Johnson would be the perfect piece to elevate our line and push us into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news because we're just getting started on this exciting journey.